Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Too Good here from the channel Dragon949, a very good Dudley player I think of as myself. And this is going to be the first edition of what I'm going to call classy matchups. Now a lot of you, I know you guys subscribed, came from the classy tutorial I made for Ultra Street Fighter 4 Dudley back in June. Thank you guys, whoever watched and whoever subscribed from that. Really appreciate it. I think I'm grateful for every view and every subscriber I get. But a viewer actually a while back, his name is Joel, there we go, Joel Edwards, shouts out to him, he's been a long time viewer. He pitched the idea that I should do matchup tutorials, and I'm just now coming around to this idea. He pitched this a while back, and you know, it's an idea that's always been looming around ever since he pitched it, but now I'm just now getting around to it. You know, I finally have the capture software. I can really do a nice job of explaining and do these tutorials like I really want to, in a nice manner. Excuse me there. But with these classy matchups, basically I'm going to try to go through every character in the game and give my tips and advice for people in this matchup. Obviously my words of wisdom are not the end all be all for the matchup. Smug, I'm pretty sure, has his own unique way of playing the matchup. This is just what's been working for me and what I suggest for players of Dudley. So, alright, make sure everything's good. So, Ryu matchup is pretty straightforward matchup. I think this is a matchup that really helps you learn Dudley. You know, ironically, because Ryu's a character that people play that actually learn the game. Dudley-Ryu matchup can really help you learn how to play Dudley, because Ryu's basically want to keep you out with his footsies, like most characters against Dudley will want to do, and Dudley will have to get in. And I think Ryu's way of keeping you out isn't that frustrating compared to like a guy or Chun-Li, where if you play them, you might get frustrated. But Ryu's, it's kind of fair. So this matchup, I think, is kind of 5-5. Maybe it's either way. I think it's just an even matchup, maybe a little bit in Dudley's favor, especially in Ultra now. But it really all depends on the Ryu player. A good Ryu player can just make this matchup look bad for Dudley with his low forward and footsie's use. But I don't feel that this matchup is that bad for Dudley. I think he has a very good chance of winning this matchup. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. First off, obviously you got to choose alternate 2, the pink color, because I mean, you got to keep it classy with pink, right? Pink is like the only classy color, especially for a 360-pound, 7'2" black dude. You know, it's the only color you can choose, which is pink. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But yeah, so let's get into this real matchup stuff. For Ultras, I choose Ultra 1 most of the time against Ryu, because you can punish his sweep. His Ryu's sweep is actually -15 on block. So if you block his sweep, that's a free Ultra 1 punish. Rolling Thunder, that's free. You can get that anytime if you block the sweep. Obviously, because Rolling Thunder starts up in 8 frames, so you have 7 frames, which is a lot in Street Fighter, to punish his sweep. And you know, fully charged Ultra 1 is 500 damage. I'll definitely teach him not to throw out sweep and at the wrong times. Also, you can obviously go through his fireballs, you know, the stuff like that. But sometimes it is also okay to use Ultra Combo Double. Because you get the versatility obviously of Ultra 1 and Ultra 2. Where you might say, what do I really need Ultra 2 for? Ultra 2 is the Ultra with Dudley that you can almost never go wrong with, because there's always a situation for it. You know, it's obviously at the end of corner combos, you can use over jump-ins, anti-airs, you know, there's always a situation for Ultra 2, but not necessarily always a situation for Ultra 1. So you can never really go wrong with picking Corkscrew Cross. So, you know, even with the damage reduction, Dudley does so much damage where he's not really affected by that much, because, you know, if you're doing really good with Dudley, then you might not have that much Ultra meter to begin with. So I guess it's only really become an issue when you're trying to come back and you're down from a life deficit. Other than that, Ultra Double or Ultra 1 or Ultra Double, perfectly fine. That's the way to go with Ryu matchup. So let's get into some of these match specific things. First off, obviously Ryu's gonna want to keep you out, and the main thing he's gonna do, the main way he's gonna do that is pressure his low forward into fireball. Just give you a quick little example. Just have Ryu do that real quickly. Have him do a low forward into fireball and block it. Alright, so that's gonna be the most common thing. You're just gonna eat that when you walk onto Ryu. You're probably gonna eat that every time. So, you know, like, it might get a little frustrating at first because you don't know what to do, but you have to learn how to walk up and block. Just walk up and block. Just like that. Just, there you go. And when you get hit by one, don't get discouraged. You know, just try to get right back in. Just keep walking up and block. Now the thing, stop playing footsie with me, right? You little, I don't go like that. But with the thing with Dudley, what you can do is actually you can duck under the fireball, because at least in 2012, Ryu's low forward into fireball, his low medium kick, that kick he's doing, was actually not a true block string, meaning that if you could actually press a button and you would get hit. And it's also the same way you can actually go through a fireball. So I'm gonna give you a little demonstration. And Ultra works the same way, even though it's a little harder to use because they made his medium kick a little safer. You can still do it at from far enough ranges. There we go, right there, perfect. So you see, maybe at the end of his toe, you can duck through a fireball and get a free punish. So right there, and there you go. And that's a super. That's, you know, most situations that would be gain. You know, that's 446. So you can get really big damage off of that. So if you see a Ryu just throwing fireballs recklessly with low forward, you need to go in there and teach him not to do that. Tell him that it's not a true block string. I'm messing up my punishes, but bam, and then look, already in the corner. So you need to teach him not to do that unless from the right ranges. However, be careful. There's something to note. A lot of Ryus, what they'll do is, let me see if I can demonstrate this very quickly. So I'm gonna act like I'm gonna do a low forward fireball and then solar plexus strike. So there we go. What a lot of Ryus do, if they know a good Ryus, if they know the duck is coming, they'll try to bait a duck with the forward heavy punch, the solar plexus strike, and that can lead to big damage for Ryus. Let me try to see if I can. Okay, did he do it? Oh, yeah, messed up. Let's see if I can. Whoops. There we go. So, see if I can have him catch Dudley. I'm doing it. Yeah, okay, see, something like that's usually how it goes. They'll try to, yeah, they'll catch you ducking or try to catch you advancing, and you'll get eat with that, and that's pretty much guaranteed 250 damage for Ryu if he does with the heavy uppercut follow-up. So watch out for that. If he just does low forward, then don't duck. Try not to duck. But if he does obviously low forward into fireball, and you know it's from the right range, or it's not from the right range. See if I can. See, even on hit, that's what's great about it. Even on hit from like the right range, you're still not gonna get hit by it. So I can just stand like right here. I just stand like right here. See. Look at that. On hit, I still am able to get a free punish. That's what's great about it. So make sure to really use that to your advantage against Ryu. You need to establish that, and he needs to know how to throw the fireball from the right ranges. Okay, so I didn't expect to spend that much time on that, but it's very important. Let's see. Next up, I have some little notes here. So on the first knockdown against Ryu, this is what I personally do. You know, on their first knockdown, what I do is basically, you know, I just get maybe a throw. I don't go for the mix-up right away. Sometimes, not all the time. A lot of times I just go for the overhead. Depends. But if it gets a really early knockdown, I often wait half a second. So I do like this, and then I go right back into the pressure. Meaning, and I do this because I want to test them. I want to see exactly what they're going to do on wake up. You know, big part playing Dudley is being very analytical. You need to know what he's going to do it. You know when he's going to do it, and how he's going to do it in certain situations. So in the first knockdown, I'm going to often test them. I just throw a delayed jab, or you know, just back off a little bit. You know, I do see if he's going to uppercut, maybe backdash, or do a crouch tech. So that's basically information I'm gathering, and I'm learning that, okay, he's going to do this in this situation. So oftentimes I'm going to back up a little bit. And it's also a tip for you too. On the first knockdown, maybe test him, see what he's going to do. If he doesn't do anything, that's good, because you know he doesn't really, if he just sits there and blocks, you can go right to your pressure. That's why I said just do something like this, get in, and then delay your jab, just like a half a second. Just delay your jab like half a second, and then you can go right back to the pressure. Like then nothing ever happened. Obviously the opponent wouldn't know you're just downloading him, but you know. So that's one thing I like to do against Ryu, and a lot of characters in general, to have them invincible moves. So, alright, so another thing that you need to do against Ryu is oh, I guess first I'll talk about max damage punish. Most characters, you have the stand medium, the kidney blow into stand medium, which is most characters max damage. Doesn't work on Ryu, along with a lot of the Shotos, such as Ryu, Ryu, Kuma, Akin. A couple of characters it doesn't work on, but it does not work on Ryu. Ryu is one of those characters not work on. You can get kidney blow into crouch medium, but I don't think the link is really worth it. Given the difficulty of the link, I don't really think it's worth it. You really better off going for the kidney blow and the heavy kick link, and it's just a lot easier to link. That's really the only thing I go for against Ryu, just kidney blow and the heavy kick. If you're really feeling yourself, you can go for the more difficult link. But you see, I can't really hit it consistently. It's not the easiest link. It's mainly this part, and that's really gonna mess you up. But the whole sequence is not very easy. So you're better off just going for kidney blow. Bam, that should be your max damage punish right there against Ryu. And that's a free knockdown. Obviously, if you have meter, go for EX machine gun, but that should be your max damage punish. Even light uppercut, the same thing works. So, alright, so I guess some more Ryu specific stuff. What Ryu's going to want to do is kind of keep you out with, like I said, low forward. And so, basically from about half screen away, or my mid range, he's going to throw out low forward a lot. He's going to just, do that. So if I can have Ryu just do that a little bit. I'm going to show you how you can actually beat that move. That's really annoying. Trust me. Alright, so I'm just get him in the range. So what I've seen somebody do, what I guess I sometimes do, is maybe throw out a light machine gun blow. Because they keep doing it, you can actually maybe punish it with the light machine gun blow. Also, we can try to do is counter hit it with crouch heavy like that, and that's a free push basically into the corner. So maybe like, bam, even off the trade, that's what's the great thing. Even for trades, you can still get the follow up. So just, and if you have a super here, that's basically game for the most part. So that's what you really want to do. Also, is good normal is crouching medium punch. So just, like I said, it's not the easiest normal to counter hit. It's a very good normal. It's Ryu's best normal. But you're going to have to learn how to deal with it if you want to be a good Dudley player in this matchup. So, let's see if I can. It's not a very good example, but there we go. See, you just almost have to whip punish it almost. Another button you can try to do is roundhouse as well, but you have to do relatively easy or early, because roundhouse will whiff or often get beat. And probably the last button you want to use against low force is probably stand fierce. With stand fierce, lowered hitbox is a lot easier to hit lower profile moves. So yeah, look at that, that's a counter hit. And one stand fierce will teach your opponent not to just throw out buttons. So see this. Well, you have to be closer, obviously, but there we go. See, that's a counter hit. Yeah, obviously you have to be closer because the range of Ryu's low kick extends farther than the range of most of your normals. You have to be up close. That's why you always want to be up close against Ryu. His Ryu wants you to be at that mid range when you can use that low forward to his advantage. So you need to be up close and always in Ryu's face as much as possible. So as far as frame trapping Ryu, and when you actually do pressure Ryu, why am I saying Ryu? I know it's pronounced Ryu. My Japanese is off today. But when you frame trap Ryu, you need to understand that he has a 3-frame uppercut. He has a 3-frame invincible uppercut that they will use if they feel like they have to. So, when you got your pressure game on, you going for your mix-ups and whatnot. Alright, so after a duck, it's often good to delay, like I said, delay your jab for maybe half a second. Or a lot of times the duck will actually whiff. And if they're card mashing uppercut, the duck will save you. So if you do something like, and at that very moment, if they uppercut, the duck, well, a lot of times the duck will basically block for you. That sounds very weird, but because you're still recovering from the duck, but the uppercut is coming out, so that you won't get hit by the uppercut, and that's another full punish. So when you frame trapping, you need to recognize if he's gonna uppercut, maybe often if you going in really hard, no condom, and and you've been doing it for a couple of seconds, give them some space. Be aware of that uppercut because they will mash. And if they're blocking your frame traps, your mix-ups, and they're showing that they're not throw teching or pressing buttons, then go for the throw. Because if they're not pressing buttons, that means they're not throwing most of the time when they're not attempting to throw tech. So you need to go for that throw. Make sure to mix in your throws with Dudley. Throws will make them press buttons, and making them press buttons will cause you to open them up with frame traps, and opening them up with frame traps will cause you to get more damage. So, especially when they have two bars. When they have two bars and you're frame trapping them, make sure to watch out for the uppercut, because if you get hit with an uppercut and they have fully charged Ultra 1, that's going to be a lot of damage for them, and they get half the screen back. So make sure to watch out for the uppercut when they have two bars on their wake up, especially. They will do an uppercut on their wake up. So make sure to watch out for that. Let's see, other than my notes here, got all my punishes. All max damage punish. I pretty much covered everything for Ryu. Like I said, Ryu is a very straightforward character. Not much really to Ryu, as much other characters like Guile or Vega. Just take your with Dudley, take your time and just look for an opening, and just just ease your way in there. And then once she gives you a way in, don't let out. Just stay in there and don't drop combos. There we go. But that's pretty much it for this first installment of Ryu Classic Matchups, the Ryu edition. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned. If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And give me your thoughts on the video. Any suggestions that any other Dudley players, what are their suggestions with the matchup? Anything. Just have a little form in the comment box if you want to. That's it for this video. Too good. I'm out. Hope you enjoyed.